What is going on, guys? So I'm finally getting around to doing this video. This is my update for my binder 2019. You know yourself. I did the first one I made, went down kind of well. So basically what I do is I show cards that are in my collection. They may not be the most expensive cards or whatever, but they're my collection, and I go from the era of Yu-Gi-Oh. So it starts off with Yu-Gi-Oh, the original, DM, and then GX, 5D, Zexal, and then Arcfee and Vrains. So without further ado, let's get into the first page. Hasn't changed since the last time. I'll push it up maybe a little bit so you can see. So the first card we have here is Magician of Black Chaos. The next card is Blackluster Soldier. The next one is Dark Paladin. Very, very cool. Yugi's Boss Monsters. And then a Buster Blader from its original PSV, which is Pharaoh Servant, I think. Anyway. Yeah, so then we go into our different alternate artworks of Dark Magician. So the first one is the original artwork of Dark Magician. The next one is the one that came out in Duel Power, which I said I'd do an update when Duel Power came out, but I just never got the chance to. The next one is Dark Magician from the movie, and then the next one is a Megatins, an upgraded version. Next, for the Blue Eyes, we have the Blue Eyes White Dragon, the original artwork. Then we have the second structure deck artwork. Then we have the tablet artwork, Ultimate Rare. And then we just have a common Yokio Rare, but I should have the movie pack in there, just I'm using it for a deck profile very, very soon. And then we have, so to change this up a little bit, maybe I didn't change it up, I can't remember exactly, but these are the newer versions, these are the older versions of the cards. So basically this is an upgraded version, or this is an upgraded version of this old card, and that's what happened there. So this is Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, excuse me, Blue Eyes Chaos Max, Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, and then Blue Eyes Shining Dragon. And then we have some of the Blue Eyes' different forms. So we had in the recent Legendary Duelist 3, you have Blue Eyes Solid Dragon, and then you have Blue Eyes Alternative Dragon from the movie pack, and then you have Dragon Spirit of White, which isn't really a Kaiba's card, but it was like that revamp kind of thing or whatever. And then Malefic Blue Eyes is when Paradox robbed Blue Eyes from Kaiba at some point in time. And then we have Red Eyes and his super cool fusion monster. So we have the original Red Eyes from that one's from Retro Pack, and underneath it is from the structure deck Joey. Then we have his Archfiend Black Skull Dragon, which is when he fused with well, it should be Black Skull Dragon, but when he fused with Summon Skull. Meteor Black Comet Dragon would have been Yugi's ones when he fused with Meteor Dragon, and then Red Eye Slash Dragon when Joey fused his what's it called, Gearfried. He didn't actually do that, but you know what I mean. The next one, Aya Timaeus, Ultra Rare. The next one, Fanga Critius. The next one, Clawfair. I'm waiting for this one. This one is an IME. I need the secret rare. And then Seal of Orichalcos. For those of you who don't know, this is the Legendary Duelists or Legendary Dragons era of Yu-Gi. Probably my favourite part of Yu-Gi-Oh! As you can see from the next page. As you can see, it is upgraded. These are all now gone from common to ultra rare, secret rares. So we have, first off, we have Mirror Force Dragon and Mirror Force. And then we have Crush Card Virus, Doom Virus Dragon, sorry about the shine. And then we have Tyrant Burst Dragon, secret rare with Tyrant Wing. And then we have Ring of Destruction, which wasn't Kaiba's, but there was the upgraded version later on. And Destruction Dragon, so there's that. And next, we move on. A little bit changed. I got rid of Ra, and I just showed you the two alternate artworks of Slifer and Obelisk, which are these here. The shine is so annoying, I can't actually get it without the shine there. We have Slifer, Sky Dragon, and Obelisk. Obelisk is from the movie, and then Slifer from the movie one as well, actually. And then we have the three Sacred Beasts and its fusion counterpart, Armatel, the Chaos Phantom. So in the last one, I actually didn't have anything here. Can't remember what I had here. I had maybe two spaces or something. So we have Haman, Lord of Siren, Striking Thunder, Armatel, Raviel, Lord of Phantasms, and Uriah, Lord of Searing Flame. So I got my hands on some of those. These are just Megatins mainly, and that was from Phantom Darkness. Obviously, its original set like that. I remember years ago, it was like 100 euro or whatever back in the day. And then these ones are all from CTO4s, showing like the boss monsters of that GX era. We moved into GX for those of you who don't know, from these. So they were like the first boss monster GX, and then these were like the main friends or whatever. And I used this to show Chaz. This is Axel Brody, Jesse Anderson, and Aster Phoenix. And then I've definitely changed this one. So in Duel Power, we got this cool artwork of Neos, the best artwork. And we have Miracle Contact, which actually gone up in price. And then we have Honest Neos, which shows his fusion with Supreme King. And then we have Neos Wise Man, which shows his fusion with Duel, which is a big part of the GX and the whole lore behind the GX era, whatever. Then we have my favourite page by far, my Ultimate Rare Arm Dragon level 5, and my Ultra Rare Arm Dragon level 7, and my Ultra Rare Arm Dragon level 10. Duelist Pack 2. This one was from SOD. Not sure what that is. The two of them from SOD actually. And then we have Arm Dragon Cavalcana. Hopefully this gets support. Please, Konami, just give me some sort of type of support. Then we have my Dual Terminal Cyber Dark Dragons. I've changed this for my Cyber Dragons. I'm using them in the deck profile as well. The Cyber Dragons are just, I had before Cyber Dragon. And then I had Cyber Seeger, Infinity, and Chimera Tech, I think. So these are my dual terminal, which just means they're kind of Shatterfoil. Cyber Dark Edge, Cyber Dark Horn, Cyber Dark Keel, and then the Shatterfoil Cyber Dark Dragon as well. Definitely one of my favorite decks. These two would be my favorite decks back in GX, watching it years ago. Then we move on to 5Ds with our Signer Dragons. So we have CTO 5 Stardust Dragon, CTO 5 Red Dragon Archfiend, CTO 5 Black Rose Dragon, CTO 6 Ancient Fairy Dragon, CTO 6 Power Tool Dragon, CTO 7 Blackwing Dragon. Then we have Legendary Collection 5Ds, I think it was the Shooting Quasar Dragon. And they have Ultimate Zolkin, just to show you guys what's it called, that this the Crimson Dragon is the whole reason this for those of you, like, I don't know if any of you watched the show. Obviously a lot of you do, you're fans or whatever, but these were the 5 original dragons, and then eventually Crow got so big that they made him another dragon, so there's like 6, not 5 signers. Like Yusei gets all the signs, whereas they only get each individual parts of this Crimson Dragon, and then eventually Yusei tunes and synchros all of these to make Shooting Quasar Dragon. The only other thing, let me see, did I still have it here? No, it doesn't matter. I'll show you guys another day. I had Ultimate Zolkin in the Link format in a Japanese card, but I got rid of that. So the next one then is the Dual Power alternate artwork of Stardust Dragon. As you can see, it's very, very pretty. Such a cool artwork. And then we have Shooting Star Dragon, which was definitely one of the best synchro monsters to come out of 5Ds. And then recently, I just got the manga for, I think, the last book, number 9 or something, in 5D. So yeah, I got Stardust Chronicles Spark Dragon out of that, and it looks super, super cool with its golden armor. And then we have Cosmic Blazar Dragon. I explained a good bit of that in the previous video of why I think that's such a cool card. I don't have Cipher. I should probably add Cipher in here, and I don't want to take Cosmic Blazar out though. And then we have one of my favorite pages for those of you who watch the videos, and my most viewed video to date is my Hot Red Dragon Archfiend deck profile. So we have Hot Red Dragon Archfiend, the ultra rare that came out of the, it was out of a manga as well. And then we have the High Speed Riders, Hot Dragon Archfiend Abyss, the Bane, and Calamity, which I've all got reprints in Dual Power as well. Then we have definitely 2 of the best cards to come out of Arc V, which was when they brought Jack back, and he got Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend and Tyrant Red Dragon Archfiend. Just such cool. Then probably one of my favourite synchro monsters ever would have been Red Nova Dragon, and then Beelzeus, which I got from another manga from the last one as well. And then this one's changed up just a small bit. So Dual Power, obviously I get the new one of, sorry, I hit the camera, of Utopia, and then I added the Secret Rare Lightning, and then I added one of my favourite Utopias, which is the Utopic Dragon. I think Astral summons that in the last duel. And then Future, Utopic Future, which I think Yuma summons. So then this again, like the last one, these are my 2 favourite characters out of the Zexal era. Same as like Chaz and Zane would have been my favourites. This one is Kite and Shark. So I'll go through those. So yeah, again in the Arc V, they brought back very important characters one of them being Kite. So he summons Galaxy Cypher Dragon, and Cypher is the number 0, so it's basically like it is a number even though this time with no numbers. And then you have the Cypher Blade, which just looks so cool. And then we move on to his manga counterpart, which is he has Hope Harbinger Dragon Titanic Galaxy, which is when he beats the main guy and gets it from Titanic Moth. And then you have Galaxy's Dark Matter Dragon, which is just an OP card and is recently banned actually. That's how OP it is. And then we have Shark, definitely one of my favourite characters. I'm not sure even why. He just seems like a really cool character. So we have his evil card, Shark Drake, and his ultra rare Shark Drake Vice. And then I have the gold rare Silent Honor Arc, which was probably one of the most expensive versions of him. And then the ultimate rare Silent Honor Dark Knight. And this one has a misprint in the corners, I think, is it? Misprint on the top. As you can see, the bottom is a lot longer than the top part of it. But that's about it. So this is just really cool pages as well. Next we have another one of my favorite. Obviously Arc V was a big thing. It's why I decided to do this channel as well. I think literally straight after I did a video of like the new cards coming out, I decided to do my YouTube channel on Arc V when it came out. So I'm not that long around or whatever, doing it properly anyway. So first off we have the Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon, and his upgraded version is Odd Eyes Raging Dragon. Then we move on to, so that is for those of you who don't know, the main character, who is Yuya. And then we have his Xyz brother form, which is Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon, and then his upgraded form, Dark Requiem Xyz Dragon, which is owned by the brother Yuto. He's from the Xyz Dimension, those of you who don't know anyway. And then we have Yugo's cards, which is Clear Wing Synchro Dragon, which is definitely one of my favourite arts, and Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. So that's Yugo. They're his upgraded versions. And then we have Starving Venom Fusion Dragon and Greedy Venom Fusion Dragon, which is Yori's counterparts, or Yori, which is the other fusion counterpart of the brothers. And then we have their upgraded version, the purest versions, which is Odd Eyes Rebellion Dragon. And then we're waiting for Odd Eyes Wing Dragon to come out. He'll go there eventually, but he did summon Nirvana High Paladin, which is the synchro version. Then we have Odd Eyes Venom Dragon, and then Supreme King Zark, which was the main boss monster, which shows that all his 4 personalities together made up one person. For those of you who don't watch the anime or whatever, you need to understand. The next one is definitely one of the best characters in Arc V, which was Rigi Akaba and his ace monsters, which would have been Kangas Khan or what's his name? Genghis. And then we have his Apocalypse. No, is it Apocalypse? Armageddon. And then we have his Alexander and Caesar as well. So they're all his counterparts, and he has upgraded versions of those as well. But these are just Japanese versions I got from the original packs that they were in, except for this one, who was a V-Jump promo. Next, we have all the manga cards from the manga so far. So there's just been 4 mangas. Hence, there's 4 cards. So we have Odd Eyes Phantom Dragon, which is his main card, which is a mixture of his like Dark Rebellion and Odd Eyes kind of thing, and I made this card. Then there's Clearwing Fast Dragon, which is when Yugo gets involved, and then DD Destiny King Zero Place, which would be the other guy's ace, and then White Aura Behemoth, which is the main bad guys. Well, one of the main bad guys. I think his name is Ren or something. He's a synchro duelist, but it's one of the bad guys, yeah. The next we have all the sisters. I'm not sure what, they're just hand trap sisters, I suppose. So we have Ghost Ogre, which is the first one, the original one, and then we have Winter Cherries, all ultra rare, and then we have Ash Blossom Joy Springs and Ghost Bell and Haunted Mansion, which I got out of, they're all out of actually Legendary Collection. Kaiba, this one's actually out of its original set, Shiv, and then this one's out of Dual Power, so I was happy to get that. The next one we have is the 2 Decode Talker, the 2 alternate artworks, which I think the one on the right, the new one's actually really, really cool. And then eventually I'm going to add a Firewall Xyz Dragon here, something like that. So we have Firewall Dragon, who is banned as well, and Salamangreat Helio, which is another one of the really cool characters of this new series of Reigns. Then we have Borolo Dragon and Boral Guard Dragon, definitely one of the best characters in this series, which is Rocket. Or his name Rocket? Is his name? No, his cards are Rocket. Revolver, that's his name. So I don't have Boral Sword Dragon, which would be going here, and then Boral Lord Savage Dragon, which is just a wicked card. My first ever sneak peek was Savage Strike. As I said, I wasn't in this game long, and that was the last card I pulled out of the last pack, so I was super happy. It's my spirit animal card at the minute. Then we have Topologic cards, so Revolver's actually getting a structure deck, and it shouldn't be too long away. And there's a new Topologic going right here. He's a link 4 or whatever. So we have Topologic Trisbana, which is one of the coolest cards ever. I should actually add a Raid Raptor one in here because I love Raid Raptors. Well, I always want to make the deck anyway. But Topologic Trisbana just remind me of a Raid Raptor. Topologic Bomber Dragon then, and then Topologic Gumblar Dragon, which is banned as well. And then we have some cards that I found from years ago. Now I shouldn't say this in the last video as well, but they're all from the original sets. They're all the ultra rares. Like Yamata Dragon is just a really old spirit card. It's really cool. The next one we have my Ultimate Rare page. I have more, but I just didn't know what to add into it. So I have Ultimate Heart Earth and Heart Earth Dragon. Then Cosmic Fortress Gorgal, Chaos King Archfiend, which is one of Jack's cards, which is very, very cool. And then we have like Pot of Greed and Hero Lives. And then we have Earthbound Immortal Kapakapaku and the Strongwind Dragon. So we have a Callan's card and Jack Alice's card. I am a diehard fan of the anime. And all that kind of good stuff. Then one of my favorite decks that came out, and I got all the cards in High Speed Riders, was like Invoke stuff. So Magical Meltdown, Invocation. It was just such a cool idea for a deck. And then Invoke Makaba and Invoked Rajin. And then another one, Star Wars and Yu-Gi-Oh mixed together. You can't go wrong. So you have Cosmo Dark Lady, Cosmo Dark Destroyer, Cosmo Dark Eclipser, and Dark Planet, which is just super cool artworks and stuff in it. The next one, I just have some important big monsters that were expensive at the time. I can actually take Super Quantal out because he's after getting a reprint in Dual Power. But Full Metal Foes, Electromite is just a beast card. Bamboozling Gossip Shadow, I feel like people would use it more if it wasn't so expensive. Trishula will always be a boss in everyone's mind. And I just like Super Quantum Mech Beast, but because he got all the new support now in the next set, it's really rare. Then we have some of the cards that rocked the meta at one stage. So Shikinaga, Annihilatus, and Construct. The only story I have with Annihilatus, it was the only ever, was it like a YCS I went to? And it was like, what card was it? Cross Souls, I think it was. Maybe something like that. But I remember everybody was after his card. It was only just released or whatever. The pack only came out that day or a few days before. And I got that as well. I'm kind of lucky when it comes to important cards like that, which I'm blessed for. And then we have Shaddoll Construct, which came out with Dual Power. She wanted to show like Shaddoll stuff. And the last page is just a random stuff that I still have space to add some stuff for the animes and stuff, or that will be coming out eventually. So I have Prank Kids, I have the Butler underneath him, Notoria Beast, who's just a beast, the Weather Painter Snow, Dragonic Diagram. So yeah, so that is it for my binder. Let me know if you have any ideas of any pages I could add 4 pages into it, any characters maybe or anything like that. I hope you to stay tuned. I was thinking as well, should I ever make a TG deck profile, or should I make, like I was just getting a few cards together, or should I make what was the other deck profile I was thinking of making? The Assault Mode Activate with the Stardust stuff, which I actually have. It's there somewhere. Let me just see what I have here. So I have the Assault Mode Activate stuff there. You can look into some of the ideas I was making. Where is it? Assault Mode Activate stuff. So there, like my cards aren't in great nick at all, but I mean, just for the deck profile, it might be good to use that for that. And then another deck I'm definitely thinking of doing as well. I have great intentions but never get around to doing it. I've been waiting since Dual Power came out to get these cards, and I finally got them today. So I will be doing a Magician of Chaos deck profile, hopefully. And I know it's very late and you guys don't care about it anymore, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. So anyway guys, thanks for watching. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe. I love you very much. All your support is very appreciated and stuff like that. So good luck.